Good morning, early void dwellers, or late ones on other side of the globe. How are you doing, Cole? Oh, I did set screen with fishing. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's fine. At least in the title there is public test server, so we'll be testing. So the great reset happened yesterday on public test server in order to see if everything is okay. I'm guessing not everything, but the main focus is the camp. So they asking us to check if everything is alright still in the camp. That's a perfect opportunity as camp building is a factor now to see one more thing. I wanted to figure out the weapon ranges in some accessible way to later on do the video about it. This is the most mysterious topic, like the weapon ranges. What does it really mean that your weapon has 200 range? What does it really mean when perk is asking you to shoot enemies up close to get a bonus, or to shoot far enemies to get a bonus? What is that? Therefore, welcome, Monkey Nuts Daniel, Nautical Stew, Medieval Dead, The Shroud, General Kenobi, PC Gaming Nerd. Hello there. You are early here, and I'm early here. I was planning to do it yesterday, but yesterday the Great Reset was happening and ongoing for the whole evening. So yesterday it didn't happen. Let's see now if it's working well. The moment of truth. Launching public test server for the first time after it was reset. Let's dive in. I'm guessing stat lock back will be still there. What's your guess? I'm guessing stat lock back will be still there. Let's see if anything was fixed. Is ironclad maybe magically working? There was nothing in the patch notes about stat lock. There was nothing in the patch note about perks not applying correct bonus with full set of armor. Will that be different now? Oh, the Shroud is 4:32 in the morning for you. 4:32 a.m. Wow. So you are early void dweller. It's 10:30 here and I call it early. 10:30 in UK and I call it early. Okay, let's wait. Game is loading in. It needs a second. What armor am I wearing? So I did spawn in here. Straight up. Oh, ironclad is 30% bonus now. That means it's working with a set. They fixed that. They fixed this one. It was not mentioned anywhere, but they did fix it. I notice the pattern here. Quite often they do not mention important bug fixes when they do fix them. I don't know why, because they do mention very minor ones, like, oh, we found a typo and this is in patch notes. When they fix something bigger, it's not in patch notes. Unless they fix it by accident and they don't even know about the fix that it happened. Or it fixed itself. Is that a possibility that it just fixed itself? And now it's working, and last time it wasn't? I don't know about stat lock yet. Let's wait a second. I will switch one of those perks, maybe Tormentor, to Awareness, so we'll see. I just spawned in, so it will... Excuse... Oh, sudden sneeze. I didn't even manage to mute. Apologies. So it will work here as I just spawn in. As you can see, if I stand up, it's less. If I crouch, it's more. So it is working, but that's active cell. I just spawned into the world. Will it continue to work after we move? That's a good question. But I will apply all my food as usually. I will do normal procedure, so I will see how it goes. We'll go for chem and stuff like that. So let's go with whatever chems I do have here. Oh, the last herbivore serum. Okay, food, what do I have? Carnival pie. Pemmican, there we go. Red steak. Some luck boost. Myluk fillet. Carry weight. The Megavore still works, so that's a good news. As Myluk fillet is giving me 188 carry weight, so Megavore works. Okay, so let's see if that's gonna get locked. We are traveling to my camp now. We are asked to investigate if camp survived the changes. Hello, Sassy, yes, and thank you. Good morning, everyone else who's joining us. Okay. Stat lock. 34%, standing up. Stat lock is not fixed. No longer updating after I move out away from the active cell. And my camp seems to be still here with all its items, which is a good news. Collectors are working. Problem with this power armor skin, it obstructs so much of a view with arm when you are holding 50 cal. Everything is still in here and in order. My camp is not particularly complicated, but there are definitely people with more complicated camps that they will be checking if anything went wrong. My camp is here. Everything's fine. Camp untouched. Nothing broke. Which is a good news. They were looking for that. So the camp survived. So my seems to be surviving just fine. Everything is there. Yep. Camp survived. Unfortunately, the stat log is still in here. It's not fixed. One thing they did fix is surprisingly the perk. Did they fix stabilize too? Stabilize showing under stats? I think maybe not, as I do have it equipped. So we just hope it's 60% when I'm in power armor. Does it look like 60%? Yeah, probably. I'm quite accurate with this 50 cal. Okay, we can test that. If I exit, will my accuracy drop? It's very accurate here. Yeah, that's a little bit less accuracy. So it is doubled improvement when in power armor, so that is good. Is placing blueprint at camps easier or just impossible as it is? It should be easier. Let me test that if that's possible. With one of... We'll do some kind of a quick blueprint. I will not try to move entire big camp, as that will not blueprint, it's too big. But smaller thing, we should be able to move. Let's clear this test camp out. And do some blueprint there and see if I can move it. Is Volt 63 carbine still good? It is good. Will it be number one pick? Probably not, but with Bulletstorm, quad should be quite nice. Okay, let's see what can we do about the building. Okay, that's the tutorial when you open. Let's get rid of this weather machine. So switching, getting rid of that. So it will be... I mean, it would probably be better off with clear weather for the building purposes. Wait, which category weather will be? Camp pieces? Nope. Nope, not camp pieces. Defense power? Nope. Lights. Wait, which category is weather? Utility, maybe. No. Structure? No. Decorations? I don't think decorations. Okay, what is weather? Is it even available? History. Which category should be weather? Oh, Sassy, yes, thank you a lot for gifting a membership to General Kenobi. Appreciate that. Welcome, General Kenobi. May the shall be with you. Okay, we'll find it in a second. Who's attacking my camp now and I'm trying to do stuff? Who else? Who else is there? Can hear gunfire, I don't see them. Do I have Tesla to find them? Tesla cannon. Is that two-shot? That's two-shot. Did they fix two-shot? Let's add Grenadier. Science works with that. Let's kick what? I can kit accuracy. And add demo expert. Not sure if they fix it. Should be doing more damage. 230. Not sure if they fixed that. It's punching quite well for those low levels, and damage seems to be registered, okay. Maybe they improved damage registration. We need to test it more. Need to craft another one, so that's next on the list to test. This Tesla cannon. That's the best weapon to clear, like, crowded locations that you cannot see where those enemies even are. Just fly over, nuke the area with those blue electric explosions, get them all cleared behind the walls. That's the solution. Oh yeah, the weather machines may not be available now on PTS, and I destroyed the one that was here. It is possible. Yes, it is possible, but where it should be... Power is just power generators. I like the new categories. It's so much easier to find, but maybe you are right, and whether... Is there like toggle unlockables? No. Options? I broke it. What those filters supposed to do? Which way I supposed to be filtering it? I'm not sure which way I supposed to be filtering it. Can I see what the filter? Okay, the problem with those filters, I don't know what it does. And if it's on or off. Oh, now there is disable filter. So I don't have any filters. Okay. Maybe this category doesn't even show. I don't know. That's odd. Why would it show on the PTS? I don't know. I'm unable to find whether. The bottom of services? There is no such tab as services. There is no services tab. I don't know where you see services. Camp, defense, power, lights, resources, utility, furniture, decorations, walls, storage, structure, dwellers. There is no services tab. Utility services? Oh, there is. Under utility on the bottom. Okay, found it. Okay, found it. Thank you. We can try to blueprint something in the manner that will be on top of each other to see what's gonna happen. So like I put it in here on the boat. I add this barrel. That was causing problems on live when moving camps. So I add this barrel in here. I add to the boat like stash boxes. They like to be problematic. So I add stash boxes on the boat. And when possible, I will be stacking them on top of each other. That always causing additional problems when you stack stash boxes that cause problems with blueprints. So let's stack them. Let's do as problematic blueprint as it is possible. It's water placeable, that's a boat. With items stacked on top of each other. Add some workbench. What else? Cooking station on the top of the boat. Something else on the boat. What else? The punch card machine on the side of the boat. Oh, this server is gonna shut down. Why? I hope I can do stuff before it happens. Okay, so that, and then what else I want to add? Some lights there on the boat. Lights tend to cause problems too. Switch to build. Lights. Okay, the powerful lights. Add some powerful lights on the boat randomly. So it's not the best placement. We are not looking for the best placement. We are looking to make this blueprint hard. And we need to plug them on. Now plug them in. Why is it not attaching? Maybe I put this one outside of the build area? No, it shouldn't be. Oh. Now it worked. Attach. Sometimes they just don't want to, without any error or anything. Why not? Why cannot attach this cable? What seems to be an issue? Why not? Now I can. I don't know why not. Managed to do it. There's ghoul eating my camp. Now I can remove walls however I want, so that's good. That you don't have a pop-up that something will be inaccessible when you remove from top. So removing is definitely smoother. I want to see how the removing goes. Yeah, removing goes smooth. And now after I remove those items, they are under history tab and stored. And then from stored, how easy is it to get rid of them? Okay, definitely easier than getting rid of the camp. Okay, relatively easy to get rid from the stored items. Now I will try to move this camp. With some demolished, some left. Okay, history empty. The recent, I have what I placed. The blueprinted. How are my blueprints that I did in the past? Can I place like that thing? Shows blue. Maybe I would be able to, but I don't want to get rid of it. What else do I have? The water farm. Showing blue for most of them. That's my box. But the box was always placeable. Let's see if that's gonna place itself correctly. Yeah, no problem. Okay, let's try to move the camp. We move this camp somewhere at the edge of Skyline Valley, or maybe above weather station, close to this camp. I don't really know where. Let's place it close to this camp. Down from the construction site. Oh, I'm over encumbered. Why am I over encumbered? What I did? Maybe scrap. Too much I'm carrying or something else. Shouldn't be over encumbered. Oh yeah. Too much stuff I'm carrying. Let's go there. So we move towards the weather station, as there is no enemy spawns there. For whatever reason, enemies do not spawn close to weather station. And we'll need to change the server. This pop-up is annoying. Unless it's entire game shutting down, then that would be a surprise. I hope it's just... Oh, there are squirrels. That's a spot with guaranteed squirrels? Really? I have squirrels so close to my utility camp? Or is it just lucky spawn? I didn't knew about squirrel spawn in here. Can I move this camp over there? I want to move the camp. And now it should be under history, I think. Stored. Okay, there are stored blueprints. So this moved around and I can place it. But I don't want to. I want to destroy this one. Then that's the boat. But the boat will not be placeable because I didn't choose a spot with water. Can I force the boat to spawn? If I... Switch. How do I choose options about placement? Okay, here. Placement. Collide. Free. What if I choose free placement and then this blueprint? Not that. Blueprint. Okay, so water placeable I still cannot place, even if I choose free placement. So even with free placement, I will not place a boat. So boat on water only. We'll move to water in a moment. Then, let's find a spot with water. Let's move away to the water area. The search function? No, they're not adding like search function where you could type stuff in, unfortunately. It's probably too difficult for some reason. Let's see now. The boat. Oh, showing green. The boat is showing green indeed. Let's see, can I park it? Placed, no problem, no error. No error at all. I packed a lot of random stuff that should cause problems. Even stash boxes stack off axis did place normally. And the bait barrel didn't sink. They improved something for sure. That stuff would cause problems when I would try to place it. That would cause problems, but it did place itself. So they improved something for sure. Something was improved. That placed itself. Normally it wouldn't. Let's change the server. Oh, the new camp menu is easier to find stuff. After you find it once, then it's easy. The old, it's always hard to find. Even if you place something once, if you try to place it second time, and it's under floor deck or somewhere on the list that have 200 positions, you struggle. There is no such list. It's organized into categories now. It's way better. Okay, my boat placed in here. I spawn, no problem with spawning at this camp. And this server seems to be stable. So we can test now. The cannon, Tesla cannon. Let's test the Tesla cannon if that's fixed. So I have this 2-shot Tesla cannon. I will craft another one. Heavy Tesla cannon. Why do I have short assault rifles? Where is the test? Did I scrap Tesla cannon? Oh, you cannot craft it here, I think. Because that's Atom Shop icon. So it doesn't craft it. Yeah, I cannot craft it. If I buy... Are they selling the plan somewhere for the Tesla cannon? Raiders? Like, I didn't check who's selling now the Tesla cannon plan. These guys. I need these guys to check for the Tesla cannon plan. Disguise me. Hopefully these guys' bugs were already fixed. We'll see. When I would be wearing power armor, if my helmet will be unequipping itself. Tesla cannon. Tesla cannon here. Yes. So Atom Shop is disabled on public test server, so I need to buy it like I never unlock it with gold bullion, and then when I learn it on this character, I will be able to actually craft it. Okay, now I should be able to actually craft it. And I put on power armor, so we see... Maybe later, as I need to craft first. Then we'll see... Oh, one more camp to test. Is this camp still fine with all the lights that I have there? Craft here. Yeah, increase to build budget would be nice, but it's not happening now, no. There is no increase to build budget at this moment. I wish there would be, but there isn't. Camp is spawning. Still a little bit of lag in this camp. That's close to amount of lights that will completely lag it. Close to the amount of light that would overwhelm the camp. So it's a little bit laggy. Now I should be able to craft Tesla cannon. Not machine guns, heavy guns, Tesla cannon. Yeah, now I can craft it, yes, after buying it again. We needed legendary. Oh, not 2-shot again. I already have 2-shot. That's supposed to be different one. Oh, I need to craft the mod boxes. So first, let's mod it. Which one is the highest damage? We want the highest damage. This one. Edison. Huge opacity. Oh, I already did that. What those do? Nothing? No effect, so I keep standard sight. Yeah. Direct current. Stock assembly is fine too. Does it let me put the skin? That's Atom Shop icon. So we need to craft. I will not be able to craft polished, as this is not something I unlock. unfortunately. But we choose what? For the damage increase, I could run Furious with Reverse Onslaught. I think that would be probably the best for it. But I want to compare with two-shot if two-shot is working, so let's go for something else. Mutants, maybe? Just flat 50% damage bonus. Let's go flat 50% damage bonus. Second star need to be explosive. Star number 3. We can go intelligence for extra damage. I cannot craft intelligence, so we can go something else. What would be good? Swift, reload speed. Or lightweight. Let's go lightweight. Star number 4. Unfortunately, here my options are limited. And circlers, that's the one that gives some damage. Okay, let's do this one as I don't really have much. I'm on the journey to unlock crafting of 4-star legendaries, and this journey is long and not very successful so far. Oh, there is intelligence already on it, so we keep that. I didn't notice. Pinpointers will not help much, so we put encirclers. Power armor. Okay, so now the two-shot, unname it, so they will be both on top. Why do I have a bunch of grenades? Drop it. Why cannot drop a smoke grenade? Since when? What's happening there? I think those are phantom. I must have phantom items in my inventory. Yeah, that must be it. I'm not really carrying that stuff. Phantom items after I scrap them. Those are phantom items. They're not here. That's not good. I hope they fix this bug. Well, now to compare damage. This is 1400 showing in people. This is showing 1k. This is showing a little bit less, but the 1400 comes with 60% boost from the durability. That's the two-shot, and we'll be comparing that with this regular in regards to the splash damage. I don't want impact, I want to see the splash damage. We'll compare that on Super Muties. They are very friendly and like to be used for that kind of things. $340 up to $450. And I take a solid damage. I will wait until my adrenaline ramps up. So far, it's looked like even the far away ones are taking damage. Okay, this is doing good. Now, what? I press a Pip-Boy and... Did that crash my game? It did. I pressed the Pip-Boy button, that crashed my game. Probably because of those phantom items. The phantom items in Pip-Boy. I hope that's not a new big issue. That was not happening before. That's new. Okay, again. What? What's happening? Okay, the game is loading. Wait. I think my armor is fine. It was animation like something broke, but it didn't. Okay, we are back on. Is there any team? There is no team. It's still doing... Yeah, it's still doing self-inflicted damage, but it's not too bad. Stop it, there you go. I could compare self-inflicted damage. The 2-shot versus these mutants. Taking like 6 percentage points. And the 2-shot. Oh, the phantom items disappeared. It's like 8 percentage points, so more. But only a little bit, and the 2-shot is polished. It should be much more. It doesn't go live today, no. I need to remove Ricochet and Bullet Shield. They die too fast from self-inflicted damage. That's not what we want. And I need the kill count first up. Need adrenaline full for proper testing, so let's stack adrenaline. What you doing, Super Mutant? Trying to kill me without Bullet Shield and Ricochet. I'm way more squishy. That's 9, almost maxed out. Oh, the helmet and equipping itself, it's still a thing when you are using a disguise. Like 4 shots next to it to get it down. Yeah, it's like 4 shots. Now switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. But I think they fixed that. Seems like 2-shot is doing better again. Maybe they fixed that. Maybe 2-shot is good again. Let's grab some launcher. Which camp is active? This one. Let's grab some launcher. Want to see if they fixed all the two-shot effects. I will just craft one star. Yeah, I will craft just 1 star to properly compare two-shot with non-two-shot. Launcher. Auto grenade, that will be the best for comparison. 2 of them. And mod them to 1-star legendaries. One is nocturnal. Can stay, to be honest. Put heavy barrel on it. That's all we are putting on it. And this one, we make 1 star. We want 2-shot. I will need to craft 2-shot. Heavy barrel. Need to craft 2-shot. And we'll know for sure. It seems like it is fixed, like based on Tesla. 2-shot is doing damage. It was doing almost no, but Tesla may be edge case scenario. So we need to test on regular launcher with full damage from explosion and not partial. That will be 2-shot. No additional stars to distort results. So we start with Nocturnal as a base. And then we compare it to 2-shot. This is my Nocturnal Chameleon power armor, so I can be cloaked for 50% bonus damage. 2-shot should be more. 2-shot is 75, so 2-shot should be doing more damage than Nocturnal. And we need to grab some grenades. 40 mil grenades rounds. 50 should do it for testing purposes. That's for my feral bar. $700 damage was that. And against a super mutant, 800 damage. Now the 2-shot. Oh, it's not fixed. It's barely doing damage. 2-shot is not fixed. So most likely the Tesla was doing good because it's polished. And not because of 2-shot. 2-shot not fixed. Two-shot is not fixed. Unfortunate news. It's not fixed. Now, with changes to build stuff, so we are in the build topic, can I just build a resource camp that is kind of floating without stairs to place my resource generators flying in workshops? To safely farm them there? Is that an option now? Sorry, but utility, I need to see. I need to see if that's an option now. Let's choose whatever, like Hemlock Hole maintenance. Let's see. So I did more testing on the EPR mod changes. I didn't do too much testing with Enclave Plasma Gun. EPG. Furious is still meta, yes. Although for some weapons it is quad now with Bullet Storm. You can utilize Bulletstorm. Quad outperforms Furious. Assuming you do need Quad to utilize Bulletstorm. Some weapons already have crazy high capacity, and they do not need anything. And we'll see if Blueprint will work. If I do a space resource generator, and then I blueprint it, can I just take Workshop and place space resource blueprinted? I know that will be probably a downside, that all workshops will be looking like that if that will be allowed. So maybe they will take away the loose restrictions from workshops, if they even are the same in workshops. I didn't try building anything in workshops yet. So placement, free. Free placement is an option at workshops. So let's see, camp pieces, and I go for floors, as those are still, I think, unbreakable. So I go for floors. Do standard. We move up to see how far we can go to build. How tall is this workshop? Okay, we need to build a little bit lower than the top of the workshop, as we want to place items on the foundations, but it seems like I'm allowed to. I want snap. Wait, placement, snap. What did I do? No. How do I? Oh. What? How did I exit that? Floors. Okay. I want snap. I don't want completely free, as it's hard to add them up together. Snap option. So they do snap, but let me place wherever I want. So I'm able to build a big floor. How big can I build and still blueprint? I'm not sure. But I would like to do 5 by 5. And don't. Okay. That will make this workshop completely safe. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more, yeah? This would be 5 by 5. What's the blueprint capacity if I would like to blueprint it? How do I blueprint it now after changes? I switch maybe to modify. Blueprint. Oh, that's an option now. Select. The same. Grow. Okay, that should be still plenty of budget left. Okay, switch to build. So camp pieces done. Power. Some generators need power. Go for. Can I place it even though it's atom shop on the very middle? Maybe not on the very middle. Off center a little. I can place it. Okay, good. Then resources. Is that what I want to place here? Collectors. Collectors and producers. That's what we are looking for. Collectors. Those cannot be placed. Those require ore, so still cannot be placed. But resource collectors like that can be placed. And I would like Santatron, as that would be like a project with Santatrons and everything like that. So we place Santatron quite safely as a centerpiece. That will be for present farming preparation. So Santatron. And RepairBot is possible here. Now RepairBot can be placed in addition to Santatron, so why not? In case they will manage to shoot something, the RepairBot will keep it healthy. I could plant food. Producers, that's what we want. Producers. Razor grain flour I don't have, but I don't need to place that here. So other producers. Input requirement, it says 1 power, but it doesn't need to be plugged in, so just place it freely. I can slightly overlap now. Will it let me? Oh, you can overlap those items now. You have no razor grain. So flora corrector. You can pack them way more tightly. Okay, that's handy. That I can pack them more tightly in here. How much can I pack them? Where's the small one? Yeah, the small one can be placed here. Maybe other side. Don't want the chicken. Okay, cigarette machine. Pack in. The tea, boiled water. Okay, the tea will not. I don't want to craft additional. I just want to see how much I can stuff. And if it will place, if it will bug out or not. That big one thing. If I switch to fully free, can I... Oh, I can do fully free placement. Will that still blueprint? Just make sure it doesn't sink into the foundation. Will that work? Okay, I'm trying extremes for a reason. So I'm testing that. So we're going for the extreme. Extreme packing. The floor. Move it a little bit too much into this side. Wait, I move those foundations. No, not blueprint. Edit. Switch to snap. Okay, switching is quite easy between normal and snap. Why is it not snapping? Am I outside of build area or something? Why is it not snapping? Why you don't snap? Why I cannot snap it? Switch to snap. Free. Snap. Doesn't snap anymore. I broke something. Cannot snap it. If I switch to build and choose the floor again. Maybe just history. Recent. Floor. Oh, it snaps. But when I'm moving, it doesn't. So moving is not really working very well. When I'm moving piece, it doesn't snap anymore. But that I can do. So then I can just remove the ones on this end. Switch to modify and remove them. I think floors are still undestructible. I'm not sure, as that depends. Like the building depends if floors are still undestructible. Oh, where do I find now fast travel mat? Is it under wall? No, not wall decor. If anything, floor decor. Is that still a floor decor? Do you have an idea? Is that utility? No. Anyone knows where is the fast travel map? Mat, not map. Fast travel mat. Where is that thing? Maybe under rags. That cannot be regular. Oh, fast travel target. Okay, it's under rags. Okay, I found it. It is under rags. So we want to place it aiming at that, maybe. Starting from the left, and we'll be rotating. Okay, let's do that. I found it. Back to resources. Producers. And now we're at Deathglow Roaster. And we switch off the snap. Switch off light. free placement, so we can overlap big items to create smaller blueprint. Don't really want it floating, I want it just barely touching. Fish trap. Don't want fish trap. Cupboard. I will squeeze cupboard here. The bait. I can overlap with generator. I don't know if that will be even accessible when I stockpile it like that, but we'll see. Those are big items. If I would place my camera lower, I can see on what height I am placing it. I don't want it to like completely float, but I don't want it to sink below the foundation, as then enemies could hit it from underneath. Oh, that can be placed whenever too now. Doesn't require a floor ground. Okay, that's a huge improvement. That normally, the well, you can only place on dirt. Now I can place it wherever I want. That's a huge improvement for me. Probably too much stuff already placed here. Can I blueprint that? Grow. Okay, growing from mud doesn't work. Or I move somehow. Okay, now grow. Is it all selected? No, it's not. So we need to focus and add it. So the free placed items are not selecting. When you do blueprint, only the ones that I place with the snap function select. The ones that I free place do not select. Now, will this blueprint even place? That's a different story. But there was room for all those items on one blueprint. Is that selected or not? That is now selected. Create blueprint. Create blueprint. New. Test. Okay, so I blueprinted that. There's some Myluk Hunter. That's the blueprint. Let's move to different workshop and see if I can place it. What will be the quick workshop to grab? This one? Relatively easy. Graft on steel. My CPU is Intel, but I forgot which one. You will need to find my video that I recorded a while back when I was buying this PC, when I'm showcasing everything I have. I intentionally took Intel as Intel works better with Bethesda games with the creation engine, so that was intentional choice. I know that Ryzen quite often offer better values, but for Bethesda games, from my experience, Intel was performing way more stable. So that was my pick. Not based of overall Intel performance, but Intel performance with creation engine. That's what I needed. We'll see if that blueprint gonna place. I'm guessing not, because that's too crazy. Overlapping items, snap together and so on. That's probably doesn't gonna place. What do you think? I think it doesn't. It will not place, that's my bet. It will not place. Test. Wait, it was blue for a moment. Moving up to see it. It's blue. Does it mean that's gonna just place? Placing it as high as it can be placed and to the edge of the camp. Not on the tree. Place. Side of built area. It placed, kind of. It broke it a little. I think that was caused by syncing items together. So it broke it, but it's still placed. Even broken with me. So definitely, like, syncing items together is not a good idea for blueprints. They don't really work so well. I need to fast travel to this workshop to get in there. So I don't think I can jetpack so high. Or maybe I can. If the jetpack is still... Yeah, the jetpack is still crazy good. They didn't fix the jetpack, which is good. But my helmet still keeps unequipping. So this annoying bug with this guy's helmet keeps unequipping. Now, can I access? I can access them. I can access all this stuff. Wow. So something, I think the well caused that, isn't it? That's the well. And here the floor just, I don't know if that's connected with the well or something, but those floors were moved upwards. Those floors in here holding fine. So when I was using snap option and snapping items to the floor, it was good. And some clipping of the items together of the regular ones work. But the ones that do place like this, the well, basically move the floor on top of the well. But it did place. Everything did place. Uh-oh. My herbivore serum expired and I don't have another. I need to craft. Resources is crafting 2. But I was able to place this blueprint. You probably should be placing with snap, so that therefore doesn't break everything if you place with snap. I don't have 2 collectrons. The other one is repair bot. There. My weight still slightly overweight. What am I carrying? I don't need that. Supposed to be using this 2-shot. It all placed. However odd it looks like now with this stuff moving around. Can you even fix that? Can I move it back in place? Edit. Oh. It lets you re-snap items. Even when there is collision. I can re-snap. What? That's awesome. You can re-snap items. This one will not snap anywhere, so I would need to move it completely. Or move myself out of the way. I didn't test if fast travel map works yet. But I will. Modify. We can kind of fix it all. But with snap, well will snap at place. They completely took the restriction from the well. Just places itself. Yeah. It is working. It is freaking working. Producers are producing. Can stockpile. Workshop. The future of workshops is here. The safe workshop farming. I don't know how long they will allow us to do that, but that's the safe without all the gymnastics. Like, it was already possible with all the staircases that I was placing, specific blueprints and so on. Now one floating blueprint at workshop. All workshops will have those now. That's gonna be normal for the future of workshops. I can think if it's possible to make it look okay from underneath, but I'm not sure if that's possible. Currently, that's how workshops will look like. There will be just a piece of... What? Ghoul versus ghoul. 1v1. Bare fists. Fair fight. Get up! Okay, doesn't want to. Do you give up? Okay, then. So that's how workshops will look like from underneath. And this one item is sticking down a little bit. I don't know which one is that. It shouldn't be sticking down. Then they can be most likely hit. Oh, we need one more workshop, but that's for my testing with weapon ranges. We need Wait Airport. We need to capture Wait Airport. Oh, over encumbered. Where's my power armor? What do you mean, Darth item blocked? What do you mean blocked? Yeah, before you couldn't place repair bot and normal collector, but they fixed that. Okay, let's dance, school. Yes, I'm trying the fast travel mat now. Perfect. Spawn exactly on my fast travel mat. All is being generated. Floors are still undistractable, so they are attacking from underneath and doing nothing. Honestly, to make it fair with all those camps, they should make floors and all camp items distractible, as that's a little bit unfair advantage versus poor NPCs that cannot touch my camp at all, and I don't need any turrets and so on. But maybe NPCs can have this advantage. Maybe it's fine. So very important topic, weapon ranges at Wait Airport. Wait Airport is huge, so it will be a perfect test ground. Yes, we are getting Mischief Night for Halloween this year. It's working now. Oh, locked. You mean an item stays locked if you put lock on it? Yeah, we could test that. I need this airport for testing purposes. Just because that's the biggest, like, workshop. It's huge. The size of this workshop is huge. Where else are they hiding? Maybe in there? Yes, there's something. Anyone here? Cannot capture it yet. Where are they? Where are you, mutants? In this barn? No. In this one? There is something. This barn. Is that it now? No, I cannot take it. Wait, I see you. Where else? There is something. On the top of the tower? No. I have them all. It's perfect, but so hard to take. Something tucked there. What's that? What did I tuck in there? Oh, the turret. Who's there? That it? Can I have it now? Finally! That's the last one. Now I can have it. And that's huge workshop. Testing should be very much possible, but we'll build like above the landing path, as I want to have foundations for counting purposes. Look how built the build area is in here. From over there to in here. This is just huge. We'll just build above the landing path. And from the floor, I would like the shape that's easy to count foundations. Which would that be? Easy to count. Can I build that? That seems like relatively easy to count. Or is there a better option? Oh, that's easy to count. There is one marker on the middle. Yeah, I think Voltec is easy to count. So we need ability to count foundations. So we'll place it here. And all in the same order. How much do I need to build? Maybe first let's try if that will even be working. I want to use the perk that makes camp structures distractible and some kind of a target at the end. Maybe even the wall. Walls can be destroyed. So now let's go to the walls. walls. And choose a wall that would be nice as a target for shooting. Maybe good old brick wall. Okay, 3 walls like that. Do you have foundations? Now I need to get in there. The testing setup. Now, will it reflect correctly? What kind of weapons do I have for test? Something with low range first, I would like. That's 200. What is the... Pepper Shaker is high range too. Range 69. Laser rifle. I just want to take out the multi-projectile part. So on, we need a workbench here. Okay, workbench a little bit to the side so it will not be on the way. I will just put some foundations to put workbench to the side. And maybe for easier counting, let's see 10 foundations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10th foundation, I will be putting foundation to the side. So that marks 10 foundations from the target. Did I count it correctly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10th foundation will be marked this way. By 3 to the side. And now I put crafting, as I need to be able to modify weapons and craft weapons. Put that here. Oh, and we need guaranteed clear weather at this. Can you do weather at workshops? I'm not sure. Can you do weather at workshops? I don't think you can do weather. It's not showing. The weather was under utility. Services. No, you cannot do weather at workshops. Okay, so that's not a thing. That's fine. So guaranteed weather is not possible. Modify this laser rifle. I don't want splitter. The focuser. Oh, focuser, perfect. 100 range. 100 range with focuser. Perfect range for testing. Like, that's a reference range, I would say. 100. Now we need to be able to destroy camp items. So for that, there is a wrecking ball. 100 damage to objects and now damage your own objects. That's what we need to unlock the power. For now, we want to unequip unrelated stuff. Like onslaught or adrenaline. And faulty spots. I don't want that here. Nor science. Don't want damage. No tenderizer. I don't want them to acquire more damage. No Santa Masochist. No easy target. Probably doesn't even work on camp structures, but just in case, I think Demolition Expert was working in the past on camp structures, so just in case I'm equipping that. Will that show numbers? 88. Is that corresponding with my attack? Yes, that's with the bonus. 88. So 1, 2, I'm on the third, 4, 5 foundation distance. I should probably do full foundations. So 5 will be me standing on the line. 83. So I think 5 we are just outside 100, aren't we? Let's do 6. 72. So definitely losing damage. What if we do 4 foundations? Need to look to the side to see when I'm standing. 4 foundations, shooting straight. 88. So 4 foundations is 100, or is it a little bit more? 4.5. 88. 4.5. And when it's exactly 5, 83. 82. You see, if I shoot higher, that counts as a distance too. So 5 foundations is about just over 100. I just need to move a little bit forward. 84, 86, 88. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. 4.5 foundation is 100. 4.5 foundation is 100. How long until my damage drops greatly? So now I would need a repair bot on this. Can I place repair bot here? Those, I don't want those walls to break. I want to use them. I don't want them to break. History. Recent. Where was the repair bot placed? It's one of the first there. Put it on down there. So repair bot should be fixing that as I'm testing on those walls. Oh, the invasion. We don't want invaders. What's that mine? I don't want any intruders. So I will defend this workshop for testing purposes. Is that it? Oh, the second wave. Where are they? Why is repair bot not repairing this wall? Should be repairing it, shouldn't it? Repair bot, why are you not working? I would need to manually be repairing that if repair bot is not doing the job. Is that because I put repair bot down there and not up here? It's because it's not on the same level? Let me move you, repair bot. Will that work? I don't know. Where are those rats? No idea where they go. There's something. It's crazy hard to find them. Where are they? Never mind. Maybe they will appear later. I have laser here. So now, let's see. So let's double that. At 9, that's the 10th foundation. So let's stay at 9 foundation distance, so double the weapon range, 200. 43. So at 200, we are losing what? Half. At 200, we are losing half of the damage. So doubling the weapon range, half of the damage is gone. If we add another one, so another 4.5, so 1, 2, 3, 4.5, another 4.5, it's 9. So at triple the range, and we do about 10%. So that's how it works. So triple the range, and you are at 10% damage. So the damage drop-off is not, I mean, kind of is linear. It is dropping percentages. I don't know why repair bot cannot be repairing this wall. Repair bot. Okay, I have other idea. I will put repair bot directly behind the wall. Maybe that's gonna help. So the damage is dropping by 10% every 20% of weapon range. Yes, so it's 300% total. And it starts dropping at full weapon range. So I think I got the new formula here. Put some walls behind. Come on, behind the wall so I can place the repair bot there. Repair bot, you are here officially to repair this wall. Please repair. Teleport there and repair this wall. Doesn't really want to. Therefore, the weapon, like a laser rifle, has 100 range. At 140, it will do 80% of its damage. At 200, it will do 50% of its damage. At 240, it will do 30% of its damage. And at 300 range, it will do 10% of its damage. And it will not be dropping anymore. So it should be under, maybe 290. Okay, let's do again. So that's 200 range, 9 foundations. Then we, I think 1, 2, 3, 4.5. That was here, but I think it's more like 3.5, 3. So this is still 16. And there is 9. Yeah, so 1. And there is 9 at here. So this is losing almost all the damage at not 300, but 280. So 280 range. 280 range. It's down to 10% of its damage. And it's quick. Enclave bot, what are you doing? You see there is a hole in this wall. Why is this Enclave bot not repairing anything? It's broken? Like, it should be repairing stuff. I don't know what's going on with this repair bot. It's not repairing anything. But that's the range on the weapon and new drop-off formula. I think it's clear. If you have questions about the range, let me know. I'm looking at the chat now. I wasn't looking for a moment. We don't get a budget increase. And I only have builds on playlist under YouTube. I don't have builds anywhere else. I don't have written versions or articles or anything like that. You think repair bots only works if there would be a ladder to the ground level? I don't know. Does it need to be connected? I don't know why it's not working. And how to fix it? I have no idea. It's not critical. I just don't know why it's not working. Good morning, Arcadian Joe. How is everyone doing? Okay, so if you have any questions, you come back with them. Now, other important, we already figured out what the range is, what 100 means. 100 is 4.5 foundation. And this will be feet. I think this is 100 feet, so weapon range is in feet, and it's really not as much as you would expect it to be. Therefore, now, there is a perk, damage to close enemies. So what that is? When I'm facing the wall, I should do more damage than 88. And on the wall, it doesn't work. Oh, come on the wall, it will not show. Because it's not an enemy. On the wall, it will not show. So what I do? On the wall, I can only see the damage drop off with distance. But I cannot see damage to close enemies. Maybe Reaper Bot will take damage? As an enemy? How do I get enemy? That's immobile for the testing. Okay. Reaper Bot itself cannot take damage, only the pod. I broke the Repair Bot. That's not repairing anything. Repair that bot. Not repairing anything. So I cannot test that on the wall. That's disappointing. I really wanted to test it on the wall. Dummy targets, test target. We have something like that. Maybe those will work. Which ones are that? Utility? Nope. Where would be dummy targets? Under decoration? Novelties, outer rack, signs. So I can only show you close and long on the Guardian. I cannot measure it on the wall. I would like to measure it on the wall. There is no floor decor category anymore. Novelties. The shooting targets, that's what I'm looking for. We have shooting targets, kind of, in the game. What would that be? What's defense? Oh, can I shoot my own turret? Maybe turret will work as a target for me to shoot it. Can I shoot my own turret? $37. Okay, it's different damage. 26. Depends what I hit. 30. That's 30. It doesn't go up when I'm close. Use it kind of as a target, but doesn't go up. Still lose damage. It has some kind of an armor, but yeah. Doesn't count as enemy. What does this card? You do range damage to close enemies, but this doesn't want to work. Is the far ones working? For the damage numbers. Or maybe it just doesn't display numbers, but it's working. Okay, let's see. And let's do a test. That was 1 shot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 to break it. $23 to break it, and if I move a little bit farther but still in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. The same. So does it work on objects? Damage to close enemies doesn't work on objects. Damage to far enemies. Two, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. The same. So that cannot be tested here. Damage to close and far enemies can only be tested in the Guardian. This Guardian is immobile, so let's go there then. For a moment, then we'll return. We try to judge the ranges. We have a reference point, this weapon as a reference point. So I know this weapon has 100 total range. We'll figure out how far I need to go to be outside of the range. At first we will remove those perks. I'm tanky enough, so I should be able to play with the Guardian safely. I removed the ricochet and so on. Can I have ally at this location? Can you put dwellers? You cannot. Or you can. No, you cannot. They gray out at workshops, okay. Guardian. The best test dummy ever invented. Best test dummy ever invented. It's the Guardian. Hopefully no one will join me here. I need to be solo. Grab one magazine to make my testing easier. The resistance against robot. That was... which one is that? Not guns and bullets. That would be one of the Tesla science. Damage from robots. I need to tank it. I don't plan to kill it at all. Oh wait, I need to take its shield down, and it will not display damage before. Yeah, I will need to take its shield down. So we do kind of need ricochet after all. I was thinking I don't need it, but I do. It will not show damage until I take the shield down. I'll be hiding in the shelter in between. And I need to add limb damage or ricochet will do nothing. So that's Enforcer and Modern Renegade. And now that will be working. And then we can figure out in here how far away is 100 from the robot. Like testing from this corner, I think it's the best spot. How far is 100? I need to know that. First, how far is 100 in this setting? We have some idea, but we need to know exactly. Faster robot, we have testing to do. Okay, so our damage is 62, and if we move further away, that's okay. That's 100. Oh no, that was different reason for our damage drop. That's probably ricochet. Oh wait, I have it. Here is 100. Okay, so that's nailed down to the middle of this second square. So 100 we have nailed down. I really should have unequipped this, taking one for the team stuff. So it's easier for testing. What did I unequip? I don't know. This. Unequip that. But we have 100 reference point. So that's important. So 100 reference point is on the... Was it... Wait, on the middle of this one? I think that was a... We'll confirm that before we add perks. I think it was here. How can I mark it? I could drop something. Oh, the drop bag. I can find it quickly and drop a bag as a reference point from the Guardian. What is 100 exactly in this setting? At least it's taking its own shield relatively fast. I could change this weapon to have limb damage on second star, but who cares about such a detail? It's fast enough. No, 55 should be in about middle of that. Yeah, here. That's 100. That's 100. Drop something. Now add damage to close enemies. Oh, there. Need to be directly on this spot. Only when I'm touching the barrier. Damage to close enemies activate. Okay, we got that nailed down. Damage to close enemies exactly as I'm touching the barrier. That's where it starts. Hopefully my drop bag is there. Marking 100. I wish I could do that on the wall, but I cannot. So how does it look like? So from this spot, and only from this exact spot, even closer to this corner it's not, but closer to the pipe it's already close enemy. So that's close enemy. That's a bag. There is a Guardian, and Guardian counts from this patch it counts from outer edge of enemy, not from center. So they move that. Therefore, we are counting distance from the edge of the guardian, which is somewhere here. So we count from somewhere in here to that barrier. That's 1, 2 second walk. 2-second walk. And in there, 1, 2. So that will be about 50. So damage to close enemies about 50, maybe 60 feet. So that's the close enemy. What close enemy is about 50. Let's say 50 to be safe. 50 to 60 feet. 50 to be safe. Maybe 60. It's hard to get exact number, but as close as I can get it. Now we need to add damage to far enemies. Downranger. Damage to far enemies. What is the far enemy? And now we have 70. If I move to the side, still okay. So if I move any tiny step back, it's dropping to 55. And it's already catching 70. So that's damage to far enemies. And until the drop-off starts again. So I have damage to far enemies already here. So there is only very tiny small spot, like 10 feet. That it doesn't have a bonus. Okay, very tiny spot. So it's hard to nail it down, but it seems like 50 feet, under 50 feet is close enemy. Over 60 feet is a far enemy. And between 50 and 60, it's a medium distance enemy. How does it translate in our camp setting? So you can visualize this to yourself. One foundation is a little bit over 20 feet, like 22 feet. That's one foundation. It doesn't look so big, so that's why the distance in Fallout, I feel it's a little bit misleading. This foundation doesn't look 22 feet long. Would you say it is 22 feet long, single camp foundation? I wouldn't. I wouldn't say a single camp foundation is 22 feet long, but it is. I don't need to test it with another player. We already have it now. We could, but it's not necessary. Okay, those enemies still here. Let's find them out. Come and give up more rats. Where are they? Okay, get rid of them. Using another player will show distance above their head. Maybe, but is that the same distance that the game is actually using for the purpose of the weapon distance? Or is it a different one? Because that's from here to here, that's 22 feet. This is about 22 feet. It seems like... Doesn't seem like it. It's like 3 steps. 2 to 3 steps is 22 feet here. So now the close enemies like half of this weapon range, this particular laser, which will be like 50. And then over 60, it will be far enemy. So for close enemy, you have 2 foundations, that's 44 and a little bit over. So that would be the close enemy, and that align with the Guardian test. So that will be the close enemy. And then move above 60, so almost 3 foundations, so somewhere here, and that's already a far enemy. So that's a far enemy. Everything above 3 foundations, far enemy. For simplicity, when you are playing, I think I would recommend considering close enemies 2 foundations, so you are sure you are close enough, and far enemies 3 foundations and more. 2 and less for close, 3 and more for far. That would be a safe estimate. I know enemies show distance too, like when I have markers, when they did spawn that shows distance. I have some other idea. Are the quest markers showing distance in the same fashion or not? How are quest marker distance? And we do have quest marker here. Toggle active and we go there. Let's see if that aligns. If the distance aligns on the compass with the range on the weapons and how the weapons works. But it doesn't, you see? It shows on my compass 48 over there. So that's different units. That's completely different units. Like what would... Like that would be 2 foundations. But that would be like 2 foundations, but it's like 4. So 1 foundation is 2 units here. So, okay, that multiplied by 10. That would make sense, wouldn't it? This distance multiplied by 10. So 2 is actually 20. 4 is 40. 5 is 50. So that will be 4. That would be close enemy. Yeah, that's 40. And 60 would be far enemy. Yeah, that about makes sense. So multiply it by 10. So it's not in meters, because meters do not. It's like 10 feet is not 1 meter. 10 feet is like over 3 meters. So it's not different units. You just need to multiply it by 10. So it's still feet. Or maybe it's not even, like maybe weapon ranges is not even in feet. Maybe it's different unit. I don't really know. As foundation doesn't really have 22 feet. Maybe it's decimeters? Would they use decimeters? That... No, I don't think so. That's stupid. I don't know what units are those. What units are those? I have no idea. But doesn't... Like the feet would be first what comes to mind, but it doesn't look like it. As foundation, 22 feet? That would be like 4 meters? No, that would be more. That would be 7 meters long foundation. The foundation cannot be 7 meters. That's a lot. I don't know what they are using, but it's mysterious units. Mysterious units for distance they are using. Therefore, that's 60. And that's 100. That's my weapon range. So we crack those numbers. That you need to multiply them by 10. And if I move further... So like in here, that's half of my damage gone. And I move even further. I move even further. I move here, that's 90% of my damage gone if I'm shooting from here. That's 90% of my damage gone. 10% damage I'll be doing from this distance. So weapon range is incredibly important. Like 100, you would think it's decent. It's not. That's almost close range weapon. As that's all my damage gone here. I do no damage from this distance. It's 280. So we need to multiply this number by 10. That's helpful. Okay, that's helpful. Now there is additional topic when the the damage number is irrelevant. I mean, the distance number. The range number on the weapon. 100 bananas. Bananas? Maybe. Maybe those are bananas. That would make sense. Therefore, Temis, you may be into something. Do we have banana in game to drop and compare? Oh, I didn't place fast travel mat every time I need to run here. I need to place fast travel mat on that thing. Let's place fast travel mat in here. On that. Where is the fast travel mat? There. I need to change my settings. That's too slow movement. I have it too precise. There should be like a button to accelerate temporarily. Is there a button to like accelerate your movement a little bit when you are in camp building? Sometimes I need precise movement, but sometimes I need to move further. That's the welcome mat. What can I test in PvP? I already tested difference. Can I test bananas in PvP? I don't think they are bananas. How can I judge it? So, can I lie down? Can I lie down? Is there a photo mode to lie down? So I can see how much my character takes on the foundation. Lie down. There is no such option. What is something that we know how long it is that I can use to measure? It translate into real life. Is there anything in camp building that is like real life thing that we could use? Furniture? The bathtub. What's the normal length of the bathtub? Is foundation is 2 bathtubs about. So foundation in meters will be less than 3 meters. What else? It's the real life reference point. Laundry machine. Laundry machine is usually like a meter, less than a meter wide. Maybe old ones bigger, a meter wide. Be 1, 2, so depends what you use for measurement. Oh wait, wrong side. 1, 2, 3 meters. Skeleton from last season lies down. But is the skeleton a proper size? Oh, the bed and mattress. That would be like human lies down on it. Let's put it down and see. I think those are shorter than actual human, those mattresses. Oh, I wanted to enter photo mode. No, I cannot. So I cannot lay down and see. But I'm longer than this bed. So it will be like foundation is like 10 feet for me. It's like 10 feet. But the units for distance are like half feet. So the distance unit for the weapons is like half of a feet. Which is like odd. So really probably a length of the banana. Yeah. This distance unit on weapons, I don't think we'll be able to tell what that is. It's about half of a feet. Maybe 15 centimeters, which would not make much sense either. It's not a rounded number, no matter what I use it. In metric system, it's not a rounded number. So that would be like one range would be like 15 centimeters or half of a feet, plus minus. I know the feet is not exactly 30 centimeters, but it's close enough. Left of Todd D. Oh, guys, you have ideas here. Okay. I don't know what units they choose. But that's odd unit. Approximately half a feet. It's one unit. Alright, now the second topic. When the range on the weapon doesn't really matter. Let's go. Unless they fix that. Let's see if they fixed that. Maybe they did fix that. Plasma pistol. Level doesn't matter. Modify it into a flamer. Flamer barrel will show range of 42, which may be actually accurate. Prime supposedly adds that would be a lie. Nothing changed the range outside of Prime. So I'm guessing it's a lie. So 42. $42 is about 2 foundations. Is it hitting? It's leaving a mark, but oh, yeah. I forgot to re-add the perk. Why there is no numbers? My bad. It's coming back on. Wrecking ball coming back on. Okay, let's start from... That's about 44 distance. And I'm hitting the wall. Oh, I'm losing damage. So the flame range is actually bigger than listed range. Okay, so I'm like 3 foundations. Therefore, in case of plasma thrower, the actual flame range is about 66. It's about 66, but listed 42. So I'm losing damage when I can still hit. So Prime would be kind of needed for that to increase it a little bit. Increasing it helps. So that's the maximum. Exactly 66. 3 foundations. And I need to move forward to get the damage up to 80. And damage up to 80 is about 2 foundations. Yeah. Exactly, just under. So that will align with the calculation of 1 foundation being 22. 22D. It's going with the measurements. 22D. Maybe they actually did that. Who knows? That would be hilarious if they actually choose that as a unit of measurement. That would make sense. That's a possible length. That's a very possible length for .d. So the flavor is 3 foundations. That's another proof that the range is not actually connected in any shape, form at all with the animations. How far the animation can go and how far can you hit an enemy is not at all connected with weapon range, which is indicating when the damage drop-off starts, and not how far you can hit enemies. It's completely different. What's the flamer, regular flamer listing? $62. So that aligns probably with its actual range. And can it be modified for more? Like what the barrel does. Supposedly long barrel helps, but we'll see. Flamer. I need to get rid of this turret. It's distraction now only. Flamer, 66. 1, 2, 3. 3 foundations. Okay, flamer range is higher. Flamer range is 90. So that would be 88 exactly here. We're a little bit further. So flamer actual range when it can hit is 90. The range after it is losing damage is 62, unless we modify it with long. Maybe they did it intentionally, so you need to modify with long to reach a full damage at maximum range. So the long, yeah, the long aligns now. So it goes to 90. So now that should be exactly aligned with its actual range. But unfortunately, if you switch the nozzle, that greatly reduces the range. This range doesn't reduce much, but the actual range reduces a lot with the nozzle. So extended flamer should give us damage at full distance of 4 foundations. Yeah. And it's still not touching if I move further. But gives me full damage at full distance. It's not losing any. Extended flamer, 93. And it aligns with what it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit. That's 93. Do I have a sniper on me? I will need to craft one. Or add sight to this laser to confirm something else. Can I add sight? I can. Long scope. As there are perks for that. So for long scope, I don't need the damage one. I want increase range when aiming down sights. With the scope one. How was it called? Long shot. Scope weapons have 30% more range and accuracy when aiming. Is there any more than that? Scoped up. Scope weapons more range when aiming. So that should be 80% more range now. Is that how it works? So normally it's 4.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4.5. So that's the normal range. And when I have 88 and then starts dropping, now if I aim, it's still 88. So how much further can I go? Half. Can I do 10 or almost 10? 88. 83. 4, 6, 88. So in here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.5. So from 4.5, I'm increasing to 8.5. And then there is one more perk that I wanted to see if it's working. That I'm not sure if it's working. It's crack shot. Small guns have 30% more range and 30% more accuracy when aiming down sight. Crack shot. Oh, it is working. So now I'm exceeding it. So it's about 12 foundation if I add everything. So that's a big difference when aiming down the sight. I can almost double my effective range before it starts losing the damage. I release the bot and it's still not repairing anything. Abbreviated as TDD. That's cracked. Anything else in regards to weapon ranges? Oh, one more thing. What is not affected, but please return to your pod. I'm closing this wall. What is not affected really, those are explosions. But explosive weapons still list a range. I don't have anything explosive. Let's go with regular, like something that shows short range but is all explosive, if they change that or not. So some kind of a broadside or grenade launcher, something like that, something from launchers. What is a short range? 200, they all have long. The shortest will be M79, 193. So let's do M79. That's the shortest one. That's the shortest one, and this is 193 TD. 193 TD range. Therefore, this is about 10 foundations. We are just outside of it. 10 foundations is 220. So we're just outside of it. So first, in range, let's do a shot. It doesn't show any numbers? Okay, that will be hard to test. Explosive damage do not work on our wall. Why is that? I didn't unequip the perk accidentally. No, I didn't. Okay, so that cannot be tested on the wall. Oh, that's about that. What about regular explosions? Or maybe not laser. Tesla. No, it will not. It will hit it, but doesn't show numbers. Only impact numbers are shown. Only impact numbers. Oh no, the bot. Stop. Right there, Mr. Bot. No. Almost wander in. So we cannot test explosive on the walls. But explosive damage is not dropping with distance. That was always the rule. The impact damage was. The explosion wasn't. So hopefully that's still the rule. Oh, last one. I need to add more foundations. Is the best sniper if I add all those range extenders? How long can that be? Like the best sniper range? The damage displays are never displaying properly, unfortunately. Even Pip-Boy is lying. The only way to know, you need to test on enemies and see if that makes sense. Like, if the damage done is what you would expect it to be. How many is that? Right, we need to mark it so it will be easier to count. So that's foundation 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This one need to be marked. Those are our markers every 10 foundations, every 220. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I count it right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hopefully I counted it right. Not sure. You make mistake by 1. We'll be fine. So another 10. That will be total length of 40, which is 880 TD. Eight, 9, 10. I think we'll go over 1000 TD. Four, 5, 6, 7. Oh, cannot move any further. 8, 9, 10. So that's total of 50 foundation length, which is 1100. Sniper. Brotherhood Recon Rifle. Modify with full possible range and least possible damage. We don't want to kill the wall too quickly. Stabilized long. Can I increase it further? 269 is now maximum. It was a bit longer. Oh, because that's suppressor on it. No muzzle, 318. Long scope. Large mag. Oh, prime. Prime for extra range. Yeah, prime, 416. 416 with prime. .416 with prime. Now what's our damage? 172 at 10. At 20. At 30, which is 660 TD. Full damage. 660. 880. 880. Full damage at 880. 1100 TD. Where's the wall? Okay. Out of render distance. Where's the wall? Where did the wall disappear? The wall's back. How far can I move? $172. 172. They're disappearing. So around 1k distance, at around 1k distance, the wall disappears. So I cannot test further. So that's the render distance at full damage, basically. Then it disappears. Out of render. So with the perks, increasing long shot, scoped up, crack shot, on snipers you can exceed 1k TD distance, and that's outside of render. Does it matter? Does it matter anymore? Doesn't matter anymore as that's outside of render distance. You need to approach again to under 600 for it to appear. Or 500. Yeah, 500 it appears. Around 500 it appears again. And at 1k disappears. So the render distance is an issue for testing snipers here. But we did achieve a full damage as long as it was there. Is there anything that can display damage numbers else that do not disappear? I don't think so. But it hits very far. So the bullet is flying further than the render distance for our wall. If I move as far as possible from this tower, I can still get a bullet impact. Now, how much the distance upwards matters. We switch for a moment to this weapon that has 100 TD range. And if I hit the upper wall, 88, 88, 88, 88. 1, 2, 3, 4. About the same, so it doesn't matter much. Does matter a little bit, but not as much, a little bit up. So it's calculating correctly the distance on the straight line as it's supposed to. I think those are changes with the last patch. As previously, the distance upwards, so vertical, was way more important than horizontal. Workshop turret, the big red for a target. Where is it? Where's the workshop turret? Oh, this one? But I need to fix it. Probably. 33. Okay, you think that will not disappear? This workshop turret is a little bit off to the side, but that's probably fine. 26. So am I already losing damage? 33. Already 26, so probably... Yeah, similar distance actually, because it's a little bit to the side and down. Maybe you can do it. Where's the sniper? That shouldn't drop the render distance, so that's true. Sniper is doing how much? 99 to it. Where's the turret? There. Slightly obstructed. Still 99 though. my turret there? Behind that. 98. I lost one. So yeah, at the very edge, when the distance goes up to 1100, 1100. That's where we are losing a little bit of damage if I can hit it. 98, yeah, we are losing a little bit of damage when we exceed. Like the distance is 416 on it. I'm at 1100 now, and that's what I'm losing. So it's about 1k full range on the sniper with perks. Catered up sniper keeps damage at about 1k distance, and that's about 1k distance to the turret over there. So you can snipe with it, but surprisingly, like, first, for me, when I was checking those weapon ranges, and it was not as important before, and it's not as important on the live game version, but with the changes when damage drop-off may reach 90% reduction to your damage, it's way more important. So knowing your ranges is much more important, and how the perks works, and what, for whatever reason, the TD units are being used for the measurements of a distance. 1k is possible on the snipers. I will need to do a video about it, but I don't have time to do it now, so most likely tomorrow. I will be checking Atomic Shop next when update drops, and mini season supposed to drop, so I'll be checking the rewards. But I don't think I will be streaming today again. It's a very hot day coming, and tomorrow very hot day too. But I will drop a video tomorrow most likely about it, with summarizing everything that we discovered here, all the perks, all the stuff, all in one video. I will just build this stuff again. Build this contraption again. This one. Can I blueprint that? How much can I blueprint of that? Maybe I can blueprint some before I leave. How much will blueprint fit? Oh, I'm so far. Go faster. Controls? No. Game. Need to be the speed. Free cam. Movement speed. Put it on half. How fast is that? Much faster. Even too fast to build anything, but for now it's gonna do. They really need to add a speed up button. Okay, that's good enough. I will just manually add more later. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, good. Save. New. Shooting range. Okay, done for the next time. So I can do a proper video about it. So that will be everything for today's livestream. I hope you enjoy a little bit of testing on the public test server. I hope to see you soon for the Atomic Shop video and quick overview of the mini season rewards that are coming. And now I wish you good rest of your day. And Turtle is signing off. Bye everyone. Take care.